Welcome to the Astana Times YouTube channel. This is a weekly news digest where we bring you the latest developments from Kazakhstan. Let's dive into it. In our top story tonight, Kazakhstan is gearing up to launch 180 new projects by the end of this year. These initiatives will attract approximately 1.4 trillion tenge, or about $2.9 billion in investments, and are expected to create around 17,400 new jobs. Once fully operational, these key projects are anticipated to generate goods worth nearly 1.8 trillion tenge. Among the standout projects are a ferroalloy facility in the Pavlodar region, a factory dedicated to producing cast iron components for trucks in the Kostanay region, and the development of the tungsten ore deposit in the Almaty region. In agricultural news, the Kazakh Ministry of Agriculture is projecting a wheat harvest of 17 million tons by the end of 2024. This expected yield will not only meet domestic demand, but also allow for some export. For context, Kazakhstan wheat harvest was 16.4 million tons in 2022 and dropped to 12.1 million tons last year. Globally, the UN Food and Agriculture Organization reported a total wheat harvest of 808 million tons in 2022, with Kazakhstan ranking 14th. The top producers were China with 138 million tons, India with 108 million tons, and Russia with 104 million tons. In the first half of this year, Kazakhstan's agricultural output saw a 3.4% increase, reaching 1.6 trillion tenge, or about $3.3 billion. The G7 countries are ready to invest up to $200 billion in infrastructure projects in Central Asia. This was announced by Helena Matze, acting special coordinator for the Partnership for Global Infrastructure and Investment at the U.S. Department of State, during her meeting with Kazakh Deputy Foreign Minister Nazira Nurbayeva. Kazakhstan is a key target for such investments. The meeting centered on potential investments in various sectors, including transport and logistics, clean energy production, agricultural products, and rare earth metals extraction and processing. The Partnership for Global Infrastructure and Investment, a G7 initiative, aims to channel $600 billion into infrastructure projects in developing countries by 2027. The primary objective of the program is to strengthen and diversify supply chains to ensure global food and energy security, thereby enhancing trade relations between Central Asian countries and expanding into European markets. Kazakhstan was Matze's second stop after Uzbekistan. This visit aimed to advance ongoing US-led efforts to facilitate strategic infrastructure investment in the Trans-Caspian corridor. The East Kazakhstan region is becoming increasingly attractive as a tourist destination among Kazakhstan citizens. In 2023, domestic tourism in the region increased by 2.7%, attracting over 350,000 visitors. East Kazakhstan's unique natural and climatic conditions provide extensive opportunities for all types of tourism. Popular destinations include the beaches of the Bukhtarma Reservoir and Sibinsky lakes, health treatments in Katon-Karagay, historical sites, and ski resorts in Glubakovsky and Rida. This week, Prime Minister Olzhas Bektenov explored the region's tourism potential and issued several directives to develop the sector and increase its contribution to the regional economy. During his visit, Bektenov reviewed the tourism infrastructure in Glubakovsky district and development plans for ecotourism projects adhering to environmental standards. He was briefed on the region's progress in health resorts, winter and rural tourism. The national archery team is holding an intensive training camp in Almaty in preparation for the 5th World Nomad Games set to take place in September in Astana. The team, consisting of 12 athletes, 10 selected and 2 reserves, includes 6 men and 4 women, all of whom will compete according to the Nomad Games rules.
Training sessions are very intensive as there is little time left before the 5th World Nomad Games. We are ramping up our training and exploring new techniques. Our athletes have shown excellent results on the international stage. Currently, 35 countries have registered for the Nomad Games in our sport, with around 300 athletes competing. All will vie for the top spots in the same arena as our athletes. With our current level of preparation, I'm confident that our athletes will achieve great results and proudly raise our flag on the podium.
The National Federation of Traditional Archery, part of the Association of National Sports of Kazakhstan, oversees the team.